Let's see, Cleoc, I believe you said you were going to handle the summary of last week's interesting
I said I'd do it in a
shenanigans.
sentence. I didn't say it'd be a good summary. I said I'd do it in a sentence.
Well, we'll see who wants to add to what you say.
We eventually went back to the fort when we fought more blood dog demons, and now
Now they're dead.
Carry on. Good enough. And we were unable to, and the demon slash tiefling slash succubus slash whatever it is has disappeared.
Huh. So are we planning to assault this fortress or not?
Well, we're inside the fortress. We knocked down the door.
Oh, nice.
But basically, we haven't drawn out the entire fortress, but like this is like the doorway.
Okay. So we handled the indecisiveness. That's good.
No,
After about half the session
handled it.
I didn't want to go. I don't know if we really handled it more than we just. All right, let's just go. We got to do something.
We kind of I am Grooted it.
Yep. Okay. That's fun.
So yeah, it was interesting because half the session was basically deliberating, and then half the session was fighting another pack of dogs. And
Anyway, Cleoc would like to confirm that our demon friend is going to fly up to the top of the wall and make sure that they're not there.
as you fly up, the others are licking their wounds, contemplating how much more punishment they want to take.
All right. Group is excited. Am I going to assume that you raged, sir?
He did.
Yes.
Okay. That was clearly our second battle of the day.
I don't know if he gets your rages back on short or long rest, but we did take a short rest.
Yeah, thank you. The long rest thing. Um,
I believe as a result of that battle, Saradin was the only one who took any sort of serious injury.
which direction is
took quite a
the
bit.
inside? Am I inside?
Yes.
Yeah, Kitty took 8 points of damage.
If you look around,
So
you'll see the people who usually are in the back, Nursel and Ryu, in the back.
Yeah.
There's 2 additional, but they haven't shown up yet.
So I start looking around. How big is this fortress inside? Is it just all wide open, or?
No. There is walls, there's a few towers on it, and then there's a central keep.
Okay. Yeah, I remembered there were towers on the corners of the walls.
Correct.
And a central keep.
That is where Cleoc first saw shadows of humanoid figure.
Any plants of any kind here?
Just basic shrubs and grass.
Okay.
The walls almost look like smooth, solid stone as well.
Okay. Well, they did say dwarven.
It doesn't look dwarven, man. Your dwarven associate who's part of the party could verify that.
Anyway, assuming that that there's nobody on the top of the walls.
So the central keep is 20-foot square and 30-foot high. And is a similar smooth stone construction as the rest of the walls. Which is basically just like a detached tower of the 4 towers you saw around the corners of this area.
Kidoki.
So they probably retreated to the hold then.
Is there any like windows into the keep?
Arrow slits, nothing that you can really fit through.
Is there a door?
It's like I'm not sure I want
There
to
is a
stick
door.
my eye in one of those arrow slits to see if there's anything I can see.
There's battlements on top, like what you'd usually find in like a tower. It's flat on top with battlements, so you could land
Welcome,
up there, but
Cerdan.
that doesn't
Hop
let
in.
you see inside.
So we could use Ceridan's umbrella and ferry everyone up to the top and attack from the top down too.
We may fly up to the top of the battlements and ensure that there's actually a way in from there.
There is one small hatch in the center. Yonovan, are you near your dice yet? Because I know you're trying to...
Yes, I am near my dice.
Roll an Arcana. I do not know who else would be likely to know this, but I know you would.
Alright. Move the pile of RAM off the top of my dice.
And while we're talking on it, Mr. Hunter there, I know you're not on the scene yet, but you will be shortly. You can roll an Arcana as well.
Okay. So 12 on the die. Let me check my mod.
14 for me.
That's a +5, so 17.
Okay. So, Hunter, you realize that when you see this fortress, it reminds you of maybe something magical, you're not sure. Yonovan, your knowledge of your training reminds you of a particular spell that you've heard of that allows fortresses to be created.
Interesting. Very interesting.
In fact, it looks as though the spell is cast potentially 5 times. And then similar sort of magics to create walls connecting them.
This was a quick creation here.
However, it is not standard dwarven construction. You certainly can vouch for that, Yonovan.
Well, given that we've lost any sort of element of surprise, there is a small hatch up at the top of the battlements, but I don't know if I certainly want to be caught climbing down it one at a time.
Well, you guys are discussing this. Hunter, you and Aldra are coming to this location you've heard about and investigating. You had been told that there's some interesting happenstance in the old dwarven area and potential evil or supposedly demons or something are there. And so you and Aldra have made your way here, and as you near the location, you see these group of interesting individuals at the entrance to the fortress, standing about talking.
I will approach. Do you want to approach quietly?
Approach
Is it
quietly,
dim?
shot.
Is it dim light right now?
Yeah, it's around noon right now. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and there's only basic grass.
Ultra does not approach quietly.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll stay about 15 feet behind her, but we'll approach.
Okay.
So creepy.
It's nice to show deference.
What's the group's passive perception scores? Kleok, Yonovan.
14.
16.
14.
Okay, so 16 would definitely win that. I figure you probably were. Kleok, as you're turning back to the group after surveying the top, you see two individuals walking towards the group. One is very fair, with lighter hair, and we'll let Aldra, you want to describe your character a bit? I believe you're
We
on
can't
mute.
hear you.
You don't have push to talk.
Sorry, I didn't press the button.
It's okay.
She is taller than average, very fit looking, very pale with almost silvery skin and piercing green eyes. She approaches you very confidently.
And behind her, a few feet, I believe you said 15, is our lovely
Yeah,
associate
yeah.
Hunter. Would you care to describe
Have
yourself as your dark, shadowy self strides forward?
We have a tall 6-foot character who is gray, almost alabaster, with vibrant red hair and pitch black eyes, walking behind her. Yeah, that's about it.
Kleok, you see these two are heading straight for the fortress entrance.
I fly down and tell my companion, oh, it looks like a commotion has attracted some company. Good eye point behind us.
Hello. Who are y'all? We had rumors of dangerous things in the area, and we're coming to investigate.
We are not demons. We had heard there is demons here.
Demons? I am
Interesting.
group reaches down to pick up a carcass of a dog.
They disappear.
Oh. Then looks
We're fighting
around for the
Final Fantasy
carcass
villains.
of a
They
dog.
disappear when we
Yeah,
kill
so
them.
I am group picks up like this slight puddle that like just disappears as he lifts it.
What is that?
It appears that we are of the same goal.
I am group.
We
As a
came
qu-
here. We came here for the very same reason.
As a side question, I speak Sylvan. Do I understand group?
Group, I do not believe you said that it was Sylvan that you spoke.
I do believe that the most reasonable interpretation of my language is that it's a dialect of Sylvan.
So he may get parts of it, but it's very rough.
Okay.
Um,
That would be kind of funny.
Cookie, if you would like, you can have I am group's interpretation be spoken as Nurasil. Just say, basically prefaces as I am group states, and that way everyone knows, and just make sure you use the lovely tone of Nurasil, because everyone loves that.
I am group states that we have killed many dogs.
Demon dogs, hellhounds.
You need to work on channeling the inner Elcor a little bit more, but close.
So we were unsure as to what was here in this fortress, but it appeared to be some sort of demon-looking person, even though Nurasil believes it not to be a demon, and also some giant bloodhounds that we have slain many of. And it
With-
appears that they have retreated back into the main keep.
With the way they react, they appear to be some sort of interplanar, which could be demon. Their corpses do not remain as normal creatures do.
That does sound like it is extraplanar. How do you wish to proceed? I do wish to investigate this further.
I am group. I am group says to knock down the door.
Well,
Good luck with that. It's adamantium.
I agree. I do not know if that would be the best course of action.
Hmm.
well,
Right.
either way, it would be dangerous to. It's not going. It doesn't seem to be going to end peacefully.
Wherever there's evil, it must be rooted out and
How did we
destroyed.
knock down the first door?
It was
The
It
first
wasn't-
door
That
wasn't.
was group.
It
Okay.
was.
Oh, there wasn't?
It was
Okay.
wooden.
It was like,
The first
Oh.
door was wooden.
yeah, the towers are different from the wall. They're a separate spell. It's a rather fun fortress here.
I do believe that the pleasantries of standard society state introductions are in order. My name is Noricel. It is nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you, Naruto. You may call me Detective Baden if you wish.
It is nice to meet you, Detective Peyton.
As a group, we are known as the Seekers. My name is Cleok. The GIF is named Saradin. Our dwarf, it goes by Yonovan. You may have already figured out group's name.
I am group.
Hello, group. It is nice to meet you. And all of the rest of you as well.
Our monotone friend here is Nurisil. And I would assume that Rio is looking
Elven
over here,
appearance.
looking at them with shifty eyes. It's like,
Probably.
and that over there is Rio.
It's nice to meet you all. I am Aldra.
Are you pronouncing that like a T or a D?
Like a D.
Okay.
You can look.
I know I can see it, but I heard a T, so I was trying to make sure.
So you're investigating this as part of a job board mission, or you just came out here because you heard of it?
Combination of job and also personal mission. I do not like demons. They tend to be evil and need to be punished accordingly. Only when they are actually evil, though. There are very rare cases that demons are not evil.
All demons are evil. It is their nature. By the fact that they come from a plane of evil. They are evil.
I am group. Does not know that. Dang it.
I could give you a depiction of the planes if you wish.
Cleok.
This can wait till later, Nurisil. If
Well, the light must
If-
be spread.
if we are of the I'm warning. I see no particular reason to not work on this together. Since I think it may mutually benefit us, but I would warn you that we've already seen very much combat, and so if you are not of the if you are
Baden is extremely scarred, by the way.
19 insight check on Mr. Jet Black Eyes, who said not all demons are bad.
He actually believes it.
Okay.
Some do
I
not
guess I should
understand
say,
nature
based
and cosmology.
based on
He
I
leaves
don't
room for nurture over nature.
I don't wish to
Very like a 1% or less, but
I don't wish to judge a book by its cover, but both of you look um, fairly capable. But I must warn you that if we proceed on, it's likely to proceed in further hostilities. Are you prepared to defend yourself?
I am.
That's no concern for me.
What weapons do they seem to be carrying?
Feel free to describe it and then make a game plan with them. I'm going to take care of the thing I usually have to at this time and be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Aldra, you gonna go first?
Sure. Aldra is just wearing plain clothes, and all you see on her is a
Plain clothes and a short bow,
short sword.
short sword. Okay.
Okay.
Baden has a shiny rapier on his hip and a longbow on his back, along with a shield, and a tiny little hand crossbow hanging off the side.
Hmm.
Oh, and wearing a breastplate.
Nice. Group is not carrying or wearing anything.
He's a
He's a
tree.
tree.
He's a tree. He might have a pack, like a bandolier of some kind, but that's it.
Oh, I also have a whole bunch of arrows,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, that's just not count them ever.
Ryu is
Do you
just...
happen to only have one eye?
Me?
Yes.
No, I have two.
Okay.
Are you still looking for the one-eyed man that killed your family?
I mean, they're both pitch black. You could see, or can you?
Or not? Hmm.
So,
So our plan is that if we want to continue our assault, we need to find our way into the keep itself. Apparently, trying to bash down the door is going to be unlikely, considering how strong it seems. We might be able to try and sneak in through the top, but that will take a little bit of time to get up there for all of you people that can't fly. I might be able to assist
Have
them.
y'all considered knocking?
We did that, and we got the hound sent after us.
Okay.
And they have
Well,
a nasty
while we knocked, we told them what we were here for. We were still a little bit unsure. We said we would go away, and they apparently didn't trust us to go away.
how tall is that up there?
The tower?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think he said it was 30 feet.
Uh.
20 feet radius, 30 feet height is what I
You
remember.
can't climb my back. Dang. Mm.
While this is a dwarven site, this spell's not unique to the dwarves. This is an arcane creation.
We have ropes. Tie them up.
I mean, we could try knocking again. It may be unlocked for all we know, but
Yeah. I mean, I'm also a new person. Um, who knows? They might open up for a detective trying to figure out what's going on. And I'll flash a badge that has yet to be made.
A badge.
My background is I am a detective. Actually,
Yeah. I don't think this kind of person cares about authority.
well, they might react in some way, as in maybe opening the door at least.
Depends on what kind of badge it is. Maybe they really hate your badge and
That's true.
start firing arrows out those arrow slits. If they
That's
have,
true.
no, if they even have arrows. Either way, we can try knocking on the front door, but I would assume that we would at least think about coming in through the top.
Was there
Although-
any place you could tie a rope up there?
I'd assume there is.
Then we should do that and move on.
So we could hack a door down. However, it is immune to non-magical damage.
How strong do you think the door is?
Oh, I'd say it'd take about 20 hits.
Okay.
Donovan, you wouldn't happen to know knock,
20
would
to
you?
30. I wouldn't
I was
matter.
thinking.
Actually,
It wouldn't matter.
technically, Ceridan's wearing adamantine armor. So if he body slams the door, he can do damage to it.
What if we throw him into the door?
Of
might
course,
do
it'll
more
probably do
damage.
damage to his armor too, if you're gonna go by Newton's laws. So
That is true.
Which, why would I ever do such a thing? I never make illogical choices.
I can do that if you guys want.
I just talked myself out of it, although it sounds hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Well, we could just throw some weak spells at the door and see if that does anything. We can also try and sneak in the top.
I recommend trying to pick the top.
Are there
Hatch.
anything else we notice around the sides or anything? Is there any other way into the tower besides the front door on the top?
Not that you found.
Okay.
So, plan is, I think we want to try and open the front door because I don't know if, from what I could see from the top, would group even be able to fit through the top?
It would be very tough.
All right, the front door it is.
It's more made for, more the medium-sized creature trapdoor, not
Large.
group-sized creature.
That's what I thought. I mean, we could potentially try and sneak in from the top and unlock the door if it's actually locked. But let's try the front door.
Sounds like a plan.
There's the front door.
Let's walk forward and try and open the door.
Cleoc,
It
with
is
his
there.
sword still out, attempts to open the front door.
It does not open.
Okay.
He pulls on the door because pushing obviously doesn't work.
It doesn't move.
Just making sure.
Hmm. Can I look for a hidden key?
Sure. Roll a investigation.
Alright, that's a 24.
You successfully look over the whole grounds. You find 4 other doors that are identical to this one, and you find no keys.
Okay. So the 4 other doors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There is a total of 5 structures that are identical. 4 are on the
Oh.
corners of the wall, and 1 is in the center.
Okay.
Did Donovan actually say his information out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which part of the information? The I don't recommend trying to bash in. And that the magical, yeah, I informed you that only magical attacks are useful.
I was more referring to that the entire grounds was built like through magic.
Yes.
Okay.
As I said, it's a spell that's not unique to dwarves. Well, there's a dwarven side. It's magic built this. It's not unique to the dwarves.
Okay.
No one has to spell
So-
magic on them, do they?
No one have to spell magic either.
Oh.
I think that's 3rd level, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 3rd level.
Darn.
I believe I may, however, I do not know that it would work on such a device.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yanaven, with the knowledge you have on such items, what is your understanding?
It would require a very high level if it was even possible. I don't know, can you cast it at the 9th level?
I cannot. I may only
Okay.
cast it at 3rd level.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
We'll find another way in.
I would like to try the other doors, and if all of those still appear to be locked, I will try the hatch up top.
They all appear locked. All of the 5 hatches also appear locked. The doors are made of a... They seem like they're a metal structure, but it's uncertain. They look like they're basically like... kind of look like adamantine pulled into like a wooden mold, so they look like standard doors, kind of, but they're not.
Okay.
Could we wait them out? Do they have to come out?
I mean, if they stay in there, might they not send more things out at you? As they already have?
You guys
It's
feel a
possible they-
ground tremor.
It's quite possible they have a planar rift somewhere that they're going in and out of to get more of these hellhounds. They aren't of this plane, so...
And the trapdoors
Well-
were locked?
Yes, the trapdoor was locked.
Does anyone have higher passive perception than the 16?
I have a 17.
Okay. You and Kleok both faintly hear a sound of chanting from within the center structure that you guys are currently investigating. And
think
you
I
felt
hear
like the
something.
ground shake a bit.
I in group taps Yanaven and
Yes, group?
points long finger at the lock. I in group?
There's no keyhole.
No keyhole.
That'll make this harder.
Well, I'm not an expert at bashing doors down, but you say we can't bash the door down. I think I hear them chanting.
Yeah, I think we should do something. The ground is shaking slightly.
We either need to do something now, or we need to potentially prepare ourselves for something bigger than a dog. One of those.
I mean, do you want to try calling them out here? We could attempt some interesting negotiation. Well, not negotiations before we attack them, but you know, hey, your hounds got out. We found them for you. You want them back? You know.
You have a pile of goop in your hands for
I
that?
do not believe that that would be sufficient to gain their attention. You are welcome to attempt it if you wish.
I
And
have
they
a feeling
clearly know we're
something's going
here.
to happen.
Why'd you choose to attack us? I yell in.
Oh boy.
I will go knock on the door and hoarsely say, Detective Baden, open up. Because my character can't really talk above a whisper.
Huh.
So did the top hatch look like it was the same material as the doors?
Yes.
So I'm not smashing that either.
Who here has a
I
message?
mean, we can. He has message.
And Irisol, send a message in with them. Mess with them. Disrupt. Perhaps sending them
That's
a
a-
message will disrupt
that-
their chanting.
That's
Well-
also the only way to call the ship. Do we want to burn that resource?
I mean, that's also a way we can knock down the door easily. It's not immune to siege weapons.
Well, there's message and there's sending.
Siege
Message
weapons.
is a cantrip. However,
Yeah.
you must be able to
Have a
see
line of sight.
and point at
Okay.
the creature. Whereas
It's blocked
sending,
by thick walls.
you're not.
Yeah.
But it does burn a third level spell, which I believe there's only one remaining. Yes, there's only one remaining.
I mean, we can call the ship and just knock this thing down, but I don't want to destroy such fine craftsmanship. This is a high level spell that made this.
Can anyone throw any magic at the front door and see if it does anything to it?
Rio uses Eldritch Blast on the door.
Okay? Roll an attack, and if so, if you hit, damage.
Does a 10 hit this door?
A 10, I believe, does. But it
So
strikes
easy to hit.
and doesn't cause damage because you didn't pinpoint positioning well enough. So, an unmobile object, but you didn't pierce its armor, as it were.
Rio gets a second bolt as part of the action. Maybe I can roll higher than that. Does a 13 hit it?
Let me look.
That's a good question.
Also, I should quit rolling for Rio because I apparently can't do it.
It doesn't really say,
Yeah.
but I would.
It just being adamantine as an armor class.
You might model it off the Iron Golem or something like that.
No, they actually have a table for it, and I'm trying to pull it up.
Oh, okay.
If it does hit, it does 5 force damage.
Well, I think they're getting ready to send something else out here.
That's what I was hoping we'd use some way of conveyance to them to just disrupt their.
How many of those explosive crystals do you have on you, Yonovan?
Yeah, I
Enough
believe
to
that
blow a
13
hole in
doesn't
the
pierce
wall?
it either.
That's a good question.
Can I investigate the door and see if there's any way of opening the door beyond magical means?
You can roll an investigation. Yeah,
That's a
adamantium.
natural 20.
You find no other way that you can think of to open it.
Cool.
I mean, I do have two of
Um,
those grapefruit-like things packed with the explosive force
Yonovan,
crystals.
you do know it is like where it's based from, so you can actually state those details. It's
I mean, it's got
it-
100 hit points, but I
well,
don't know the AC.
the fact that it's not exactly a spell, and yeah,
It's a
you don't
wonder
know the
sign
AC,
sort
but
of thing.
yeah,
It's rare. I'd rather not damage it, but it's also really hard to damage. And you can only repair it with a wish, and none of us can do that.
Well, that's great. So how do we get in then?
Well, it does only have 100 hit points for each wall and door, but
We just have to hit it?
with a magical item, and we have to be able to make its armor class is high because it's made of adamantium.
I'm making the assumption that these investigation rolls are enough to determine all of the potential points of entry.
yes, there's two. the description on it states there are 2. I sent it to Yonovan, so he has it.
I'll ask Yonovan, do you think a moonbeam would cause enough damage to a wall?
I don't know how much damage a moonbeam does.
It's not too much, but it's constant for a good while. We might be able to average 10 points for 10 rounds.
That's pretty fascinating, yeah. Moonbeam or sunbeam.
Does that seem like a good idea to y'all?
All for trying to get in.
I mean,
but
it's 40 foot high, so whatever's in there might hit one
I'm
section
beginning
wall,
to
be
suspect that
gone.
we're almost out of time, though.
Yeah. So we can either sit back and wait as our DM makes a whole bunch of small things, or
Well, if you're gonna
try
blow
to break
something
down
up,
the door.
blow the ceiling. Well, you got a moonbeam.
Let's roll
You don't
initiative.
really have much choice.
I hand my 2 gourds to
Roll.
Cleok, or whatever, the fruits that are hardened like a gourd, that are full of force powder.
Well,
What could go
we're
wrong?
rolling initiative.
Yep.
17 for Nursil.
Initiative?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Starting off with high
14
rolls.
for them.
20 for Baden.
1-2-1 for Yonovan.
13,
Take 11 for group and Ryu.
14. Group is 11. Leo is 11. What was Yonovan?
21.
21. I don't. Well, what was your name?
Baden? Or Aldra?
Baden and Aldra. Baden was a 20.
20.
Aldra's also a 20.
Aldra's also 20. Ceradon available to roll for.
Someone's gonna have to roll for me.
What's the mod?
+1.
Alright, you got a 7.
All right.
Ursa was an 8.
No,
Or
17 for Nursil. 14 for them.
without knowing exactly what they are, they're still doggos.
That's fine. Sorry about the mouse not wanting to work too well and make the walls nice, but that 5-foot area is the door.
Okay.
So Yonovan at 21, Baden at 20, Aldra at 20, Nursul at 17, the bad guys are at 14, Kleox at 13, Ryu and group are at 11, and Ceradon's at 7. Did I miss anyone?
You got me, so I'm good.
So as you all are debating and deliberating about this, you see... position yourselves how you are around the door first, actually.
Group
I'm
is
apparently next to Yonovan with coconuts in my hands now. Which I'm surprised that he would hand them to me. It's like, what am I supposed to do with these?
I'm also probably pretty close to Yonovan as well.
I like puzzled that it's not obvious. You click them like this and it lights it, and then you run like or fly. Very mechanism.
Did Yonovan actually click it?
Even a bird brain could use. No, I did not. He has them in his hand, not my hands. Even a bird brain could figure this out.
But I don't know the exact place to place these to potentially. Well,
Just put them on the roof together.
Have you tried throwing them?
I have. We all were deafened for quite a while.
When it happened within an enclosed space.
That's
Yes. Yes.
I
Which is
heard
why
about that one. That was funny.
Well, if you think it'll work, Kleok will take the coconuts up to the top.
Worst case, it's a handy distraction.
Attempt to activate the devices, and then get the heck off the roof before they blow up.
You were, before you head off, so that's why I said position yourselves around the door entry area here.
I mean, if the door opens, you could just throw it in too.
I like that idea better.
Clink. Go long.
Are you guys
Better.
positioned how you want to be?
Am I near Jonathan?
Nope, you're quite a ways away.
Okay, well, I can't move myself.
I'm
Right.
moving you close.
You and Adra both, not Adra,
Yeah.
Aldra, both I know can't move yourselves right now, but the others can, and no one else has chosen to position themselves.
I'm still
I
loading.
like my position enough move reader.
I just got to my computer and I'm still loading up tabletop.
It's alright. You can just say who you're near.
I mean,
probably.
I'm gonna be
Next.
off-centered, and I don't necessarily have to be next to anyone for cover. I just want to put Kitty next to them too, if they come out and attack. Well, that's fine.
Well, I'd assume Kitty would be next to Jonathan until combat starts. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm handing apparently some sort of item exchange with Jonathan, so I'm next to him, and
That makes
Hunter
sense.
is next to us, kind of listening in.
I'll be standing next to Hunter also. So.
Okay.
Those are ugly.
So as you guys are talking, the door opens, and 8 small creatures come bursting out.
What are those things?
Does the door remain open?
It shuts right after they storm out. You hear
Are
a
they
voice
medium
from...
size?
No, they're small. They're basically halfling size.
Okay.
And the door slams behind them as you hear a voice say something further in.
Did we understand it?
No,
I know
I
infernal.
do not believe so. It is not infernal.
Okay.
Any other language people want to say they know, to see if they know it?
I doubt it's giant.
I know Dwarven.
No.
Primordial,
Celestial.
Nope.
Elven.
Nope.
I'm just really good with common.
Arin and they're speaking my language, Arakakra.
No.
Didn't think so.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's your answer.
Oh no, it was no answer.
It had some tonalities similar to infernal, but it's not infernal.
Okay. Good to know.
Did they get higher than a 21?
They got a 14
How
on their initiative.
were there
And so,
were there multiples within a 5-foot area, 5-foot radius circle?
Yeah, there is. Yanovan actually starts things off.
They're actually grouped in a 2x4 arrangement currently.
Basically, they barged out the door. There's actually a couple of them standing right next to you based on where we put our little standees.
Yeah, and like, literally you guys were talking and all of a sudden the door swung open and these 8 things were, bam, right there. They ran
So
right out the
5-foot
door.
radius is 10 foot across. Okay. Cool.
Can you see?
Yes.
I can see.
Zoom in for the tactical cam. This is what you see. These 8 beasts came out the door, and Baden right there.
And they walked backwards. It's really cool.
Yeah, well, you know.
Just moonwalked out the door.
There you go. I fixed it.
They may have. You never know. They are chaotic.
Yeah, he knows I just can't shoot things in the back. Oh.
So, Jonathan, You are first.
I'm gonna shoot the first one that came. Well, first one I can see. I'd say this one.
All right.
Just see how it responds to
attack.
it. I'm gonna use my bonus action to put cold damage on my gun. Boop boop boop. Yeah, that hits. 16. No, 18 on the die.
That hit.
Plus 8. Yeah. And blinking to. Oh yeah, it's just 2. I'm still getting used to less damage.
I think it balances
Nice.
out because you do shoot more often.
Yeah. But I'm used to less number of die. Strandmaster is 2 or 3 base. 7, 8. 8 points of piercing damage and 6 points of cold damage for the first hit. And I'm gonna fire again.
Say that one more time. How much of each?
8 points. Well, 7 points piercing. 1 med. That's all magical, I guess. It's magical piercing. 8 points magical piercing plus 6 cold damage. So 14 total. I don't know if the cold does anything to them. But... And then 16 total for the next hit.
That still hits.
Sweet. Less damage. 6 magical piercing and 6 more cold. And let's see here, where do I have Kitty?
He didn't seem to be affected by the cold as much as you thought he would be.
But he seemed to evaporate, so that's nice.
He went down.
I'll have
Your
Kitty
second shot.
run around. 5, 10, 5, 20. Range 20. Yeah, 40. That's fine. I'll attack the one at the front of the pack.
Okay.
It's only plus 4 to hit. 11 to hit.
I believe that hits.
Really?
Yep, just hits.
Sweet.
AC of basically zombie. I like it.
58. Boom, boom. For 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's just piercing damage.
Seems to have punctured pretty well.
That is my turn bonus and Kitty's movement. So,
Alright, so Baden's up.
All right. I'm going to cast Moonbeam on the 4 closest to the wall, or to the door.
Okay.
Where they all make Constitution saving throws, DC 15. On a fail, they take 14. On a save, they take half. Radiant damage.
Okay. Two made it, 2 didn't. And how much damage total? You said
14.
14.
And then, are they still alive?
Yes, they are. All
Okay.
4 of them are still alive. They look like 2 got hit full on, 2 didn't. Because I believe your save is not more than 17.
Yeah, save is 15.
Yeah. 1 rolled a 17 on the die, 1 rolled an 18 on the die.
Alright, well then,
But the
I'm
other
going
2
to cast...
rolled under. So 2 took full, 2 took half. All 4 are still
As my
standing.
bonus action, I'm going to put a ward at the front of the door. They all have to make charisma saving throws, DC 15. If they fail, they can't leave the space. And they also have to make that save to enter it as well.
You can put Sanctuary on an object?
No, it's called ward.
Okay, it's basically
So
sanctuary.
it's basically on the door. Cool.
Kind of. I'll just copy and paste it in.
Is it on the door or is it on the area that those 4 are?
It's a 5-foot radius, 40-foot tall cylinder,
Okay, so
just
it's on
like
those
Moonbeam.
4. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
there. So it's basically my door.
Okay.
Any creature that fails it, or any creature inside is at disadvantage from melee attacks crossing the boundary. Ranged and spells are normal.
So, that was it for you. Aldra,
And I'll
you're
move
up,
back some.
followed by Nursil. You do have one next to you. If you move, they will get an attack of opportunity.
I will risk it.
What's your AC?
16.
He missed.
Cool. Then I'll move back like 20 feet.
That
All
was
right.
done.
So, Aldra's up. Aldra, push to talk.
Aldra is going to attack the one diagonal to her
Excellent.
with her short sword.
Roll an attack.
So it's 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Okay, that one is 6 damage.
Okay.
Another attack.
Is it
It's still up.
still alive?
Yep, it's
Okay,
bleeding,
she's
but it's
going
up.
to attack it again with an unarmed strike with her Radiant Sunbolt. And so that is 25 to hit.
That hits.
And then it is 5 damage. Radiant damage.
And another one falls. Is there anything else for Aldra?
Yes, with her bonus action, she's going to do an unarmed strike. But with the Radiant Sunbolt, it's a ranged attack. So she's going to shoot the one that is in the front of the row with 2.
Okay.
15 to hit.
That hits.
And another 5 damage.
So front of the row with 2 would be.
The one on the right side from
Oh, okay.
my perspective.
That's enough to take that one down.
That one, yes.
Yep, because it had been, those 4 had been hit by Baden before. Nice work.
And that's my turn.
Clea, do you wish me to heal or do something else, or would you like me to send a blast at these guys?
Do I have to tell you everything? I don't think anyone needs healed, unless, well, Saradin's, I think, still pretty injured, but
You had discussed potentially messaging or sending
d-
for them or the ship.
go ahead and hit one of them with your.
It shall be done. And does it make the save? No, just fails.
You actually hit?
Right? Ooh, good hit too. Alright. Next up is Dem. am gonna go bite. Let's see here.
Don't forget the ward.
I know. I was just checking that.
Also, Cleok is very thinks very highly of Aldra now, seeing that his mentors are actually Sun Soul monks.
Oh yeah, she's a Sun Soul monk, so.
We know.
Cleok is very close to being a Sun Soul monk. And then I got talked into Kinsey.
Well, you were trying to be on the front line. Kensai works better for frontliners. That's all.
I mean, I like the heightened mind. You get Brian's flick.
And two of them nip at Saradin, doing nothing except biting on his armor. I am group. One nips at you, sinking its teeth into your barky flesh, dealing 5 points of damage. The other two are going to require Saradin and I am group to make a con save. And the other one is going to require Cleok, Yonovan, Aldra, and
To make a what save? You cut out.
con save.
Alright.
They
17.
look towards those
14.
those locations and
That's what-
belch out a green smoke of substance. What did you say,
Does it
Yonovan?
happen to be poison based?
Potentially. It's likely.
Okay, so I rolled a 22, but I also have advantage on poison, so I can roll again for a higher for a nat 20, but it's 19 on the die.
Okay. Yeah, it's poison.
I suspect Cleok fails with an 8.
You do. You have
You
now
fail at everything.
acquired the poisoned status until the start of your next turn. Or its next turn.
I should succeed with a 17.
You can either take an action or a bonus action on this turn, but not both. And you can't take reactions.
Ouch.
The area is also lightly obscured.
I drink stiffer things for breakfast.
And Aldra and Kitty, I didn't get what your saves were.
I got an 11.
Ooh, lucky you. You just made it.
Yes.
Is Kitty affected by poison? I don't think so. She's metal.
Nope, completely immune.
Yeah.
Well, that means Cleok, you're the only one who's having this problem. And you are up, followed by Ryu.
Oh, I have lots of problems.
Can you draw what's lightly obscured, please? Map.
Yeah, give me a second.
So it's probably going to affect what I can still move. I just can't take both an action and a bonus action, correct?
Correct.
Cleok's going to move out of the green stuff if he can get out of it because he's coughing profusely or whatever. And he's going to pull out. He's going to drop Yonovan's coconuts without activating them, and pull out his longbow and fire twice.
Well, I hope I made them well enough they don't activate on their own.
That'd be bad.
That'd be a surprise.
First attack,
Is that the poison cloud?
21 to hit.
Yes.
Second
Those two
attack
circles are
is
poison clouds.
is just the 9 to hit. I'm sure I miss with
9
the second
misses,
one.
12 hits.
Attacking the one closest to me with the longbow does 7 damage.
Oh, you hitting that front one?
Yes.
That one goes down.
And I'm done.
All right. That means Ryu is up, followed by Group, and then Saradin.
So Rio's almost here.
I'm sure that
Do you want to have Ryu
John
blast that
is-
one?
John's pinging something for Eldritch Blast, I assume. Since I
Could be.
cannot hear John.
Oh, sorry, this is on. There. Yeah,
Alright.
the 11 misses, I gather?
11 hits.
11 hits. This one.
Okay. And then he'll get hit by 10 and 2. And then Group will go.
You are in a noxious cloud.
I see that. I will step right there.
Moonbeam's still there.
Is that a problem?
Should be.
The moonbeam itself is there? Okay.
Yes.
You have to make a save to move into that square.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's warded and got Moonbeam on it. So
That's
DC
fine.
15 Charisma to enter that spot.
Then I'm going to start attacking this guy, and then I'll move to him after. I need to roll
I'm
more.
going to draw a
20s.
box where the Moonbeam currently is. In the ward.
Okay, so the first hit does 8 damage to him, to this guy.
Okay.
Is he still up?
Give me a second. Yes.
Oh, no. No, that's a crit. Because 15/20 is one roll. Which means it's going to do 7 plus 5, 12 damage.
12 damage would knock him down.
Okay. Then against him, my advantage cancels. I seem lightly obscured as a disadvantage.
I believe it's not quite that good.
I mean, you are right next to him.
Okay. If it's not a problem, then we'll roll normal. Oh, look. Also a crit.
Let me see here.
Nice.
Barbarians, man.
This one also does 12 damage. And that's it for me. I can't believe I got 2 crits off.
You have
pretty
disadvantage
good.
on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight.
Gotcha.
But it does not appear to cause anything else from what I'm seeing, which is odd.
So you can stealth through it.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
Yours?
I was thinking there was someone else before me.
No.
No, Rio's not here.
Okay. I am going to move forward 1 space.
You're still in the poison cloud.
Yeah, I can survive that. It's only breathing.
It's only breathing. Just
They
hold your breath.
probably
Yeah.
should have a little bit of AC boost from partial cover, but that's about it.
My feet, right?
Yeah, each square is 5 foot.
Okay, I'm gonna attack this one next to me.
Well, it also gets a +2 to attack it because of group being on the other side.
Ooh, good point. I forgot about that.
So-
That is 18 damage to that one. It hits with 21. And I'm gonna add my sweeping attack ability to hit the guy in front of me for 6 damage.
So which one in front of you? To your directly in front of your the way you're facing?
No, wait. Okay, yeah, the one in front of me takes 18. And the one next to me
18
takes
damage.
6.
Okay. And the one next to you what?
Takes 6.
Okay.
And
So you lopped the one and the other one you've scratched a bit.
okay, then I'll turn my attention to the one next to me and attack it again. With my... Wait a second. Okay, there it is. There's a 14. Oh, well, actually, yeah. That would be a 20 with my modifiers. Okay. That hits for 9 damage.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
He looks like he's just hanging on. So, Yonovan. There's one left. Hanging out in the smog.
Cleoc, did you drop the quote coconuts before you left the fog or not?
There are gourds.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay. Kitty's gonna move up and take an attack. First, he's gonna stretch in the poisonous fog that everyone else seems to be bothered by. Then trot out.
Very cat-like.
Yeah. That's a 14 plus 4 to hit, 18 to hit. Boom, boom. And then a 4 for damage.
How does Kitty take this last one out?
You know, just wanders out of the poison fog and just looks at it and takes a bite.
Its head pops off, and blackish ichor pours all over down her mouth as they dissolve into the ground.
Kitty sits down, proud. And I will pick up the gourds and walk out and
Does
throw them
Baden
at them.
drop the moonbeam in the what do you call it? Ward, or does he leave them up?
The ward goes away after another 6 seconds, but
Okay.
range attacks aren't affected. Moonbeam, I'll move onto the door itself.
How long does the poison cloud last?
For a minute.
Oh, so it's
Still there.
We'd still need to
but-
move out of that area until it's gone.
Yeah. I assumed
now
you
have
guys
the two
wouldn't
gourds.
camp in it. I kind of assumed you're not
Yeah.
idiots. If I'm wrong, tell me.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have advantage on poison saves. Which,
You don't strike me as someone who'd want to really risk it, though. You know, rolling
No.
and getting 2 1s.
yeah.
I've done that.
Okay, so you're gonna move up there and pop him at the door.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should wait to chuck it in when the door opens, or if I should just put one at the door. And,
Remote activate.
not so much remote activate. I said, I don't remember how much of a range this had, guys. I remember I chucked them as far as I could, and they took out like 5 people. So let's give this a bit of range, and I'm just gonna stick 1 at the door to start with,
Okay.
and run away.
I was gonna leave Moonbeam and see if that damaged the wall.
Quick
But I can
question.
drop that.
Sorry, I haven't been here all the time. Is that a 5-foot wide door that we're looking at the inside of?
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't know what's actually inside of it, correct?
No.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to have a ready action that I'm to cast
Well,
Cloud of
hurry.
Daggers there.
1, 2, 3, 4. You want me to roll a tinker check, or are we just gonna go with 4d8 from the enhanced?
Roll your
Oh,
tinker
yeah,
check.
we'll all stand back.
Because it may downgrade if you
That's fair.
didn't do too well on them.
It's a 13 plus an 8.
Yeah.
21 on the tinker check.
Go with the standard modified powder since you said you used the modified. How much damage does Moonbeam do?
2d10 per turn. So there's 9 turns left.
Oh, I thought you dropped it. Did you put
Well,
it back up?
He didn't drop Moonbeam.
I wasn't gonna
moved it.
drop it. I was gonna let it hurt the wall before we used anything else since it's already cast.
I'm assuming I waited until the moonbeam wasn't there since we deleted the square.
That's fine.
I didn't walk into a
Moonbeam
moonbeam.
does. You said how much?
2d10,
2d10.
unless it's resisted by a con save. Okay, let me go ahead and start rolling this.
Yeah, let's see how much damage he does if there's already a hole in the door.
Okay, I'm gonna have to start counting this.
Because I would have been rude and put it through any holes that appeared.
Do you want to roll it or you want me to?
I'm rolling. I'm just gonna do 9 turns combined, unless you want to do turns by turn.
I can do all 9 turns at once if you want.
All right,
That's what I was offering.
3 turns in, we're 32 damage.
Okay.
39, 47. So that's a good roll. 64. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And how does Moonbeam work? It does.
It's a con save for each turn. I'm assuming a door doesn't make a con save, but might be misreading incorrectly.
Not exactly. It's a magic item though at the same time, so I'm trying to make a ruling since they really don't have rules for how it would interact with Moonbeam.
Right?
So
Auto
either
succeeds on con saves.
that's an option because technically it's immune to most
Just have all the
con-based
damage.
attacks. I was kind of gonna go with the half damage.
That or
Because-
depends on
Seems
what
fair.
type of.
It made sense to me to do something like that. It's kind of a nice mid-ground sort of.
Well, 95 damage total, not mitigated.
Yeah, it does
Wha-
take half damage from most things, so.
Yeah.
Right.
And
What
it only
type of
takes damage
damage is
from
Moonbeam?
magical thing.
Radiant.
Oh, so yeah.
95 damage radiant.
Then I'd just say it's whether it can take radiant damage or not.
It doesn't exactly state.
But it is magical damage and it does take magical damage.
Right.
But it's also resistant to most forms of damage.
Right. And that's the complicated aspect. Yonovan.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's been weekend, but it's still up.
I'll just use 1 then. Cry.
How much did you do?
Not much. 1, 2, 2, 3 from D8s.
So,
8
if it only
points
takes
of
damage-
damage.
If it only takes damage from magical means and we just stood there for 9 turns with Moonbeam, why wouldn't the rest of us also be attacking it for those 9 turns?
because
That
there
is
was
a fair
creatures
point.
that came out of it.
But because plinking it with arrows doesn't seem like a good idea with a moonbeam on it. Now, if you wish
Well,
to
but-
throw Eldritch Blast during those 9 turns, be my guest.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
what I was kind of assuming.
Okay, then
Do I
do
need-
it.
Do I need to roll attack
You need
rolls
to
for all
roll
of
an
that?
attack. Yeah.
I assume. Do I get advantage on that?
No.
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna roll 9 d20s then and count how many of them hit.
I
Gonna roll
posted the
18
information that
18.
Actually,
5e has
That's
for
true.
attacking objects.
can you
You
crit
need to
them?
hit an AC 23, and adamantine can't be crit.
I kind of. Oh yeah, right. It's adamantine doors. All right. I'll add these up in a sec.
Is the rock easier to hit?
It actually got the same total both times. That's funny.
That is kind of interesting.
So if you can't crit adamantine, I count 1, 2, 3,
Only 16 or better
4.
hits.
5, 6 hits.
Yeah, he got 6 hits.
Okay. Yep. So I'll roll 60-10.
That's hard to hit.
It is pretty hard to hit. 27 damage.
Okay.
The dice don't like me today, but maybe that's all the bad rolls.
Hey, I rolled a 1, 2, 2, and 3 with 48. So
It
Actually,
is still up.
Would anyone else with normal magical attacks be shooting it?
Nursil, do you want to shoot the door?
I do not tend to shoot doors. You usually open them.
Well, we tried that already. Now we're trying the more forceful means.
Hey, Eldra, you want to punch a wall?
No.
hey, that's right. We can get our.
She's got Sun Soul. She's got the Radiant Bolts. So
Hey, you can punch
got
the
iron
wall
fist.
too, bro.
I'm not doing it through a Moonbeam.
it's gone.
You don't have
Moonbeam's
magic
gone by now.
hands?
After 9 turns, the moonbeam
Fades.
dissipates, so it's just a, what?
I'm Group's gonna walk up and try and punch the door.
Go for it.
I mean, fine if you.
Are your attacks magical with your head?
No.
Cleoc thinks this is really dumb, but Cleoc will
I
punch
need
the
you to
door a
roll-
bunch of times.
Group, I need you to roll a con save.
Okay. Is that still there?
Mm-hmm. I need
By
you to
the
roll
way-
a con save.
Okay.
Since I wasn't here, which of the new characters did the moonbeam?
Okay.
Baden, the
Me too.
black-eyed one.
Okay.
You're good.
Do I have any idea what class he is or what?
Unique.
Roll an Arcana check.
I mean, okay. I should roll an Arcana check for that, because she would at least be curious.
Okay, Group finally lands one hit with a 20,
And it
dealing
doesn't
a total of 3 non-magical bludgeoning damage.
It does
Which does nothing.
absolutely nothing.
Ow! Walks
Okay.
away. Pouting.
But what if I take my lightning javelin and start hitting it with it?
Fine, Cleoc will start kicking the door.
Okay, she got a 12 on the Arcana. Probably nothing.
It's a caster.
Cool. If he's a
It's
caster,
a caster holding weapons.
hey caster, can you also shoot magical things at it while you're maintaining the moonbeam?
No,
Or-
not that magical. I do have a silvered rapier though. That could potentially do something.
Cleoc's first 3 kicks do not penetrate the door. Cleoc's next turn. Hey, I hit the door. I mean, we can still be throwing Eldritch Blasts and Sun Bolts, and I think this is kind of silly, but
I just
Rio's
stand
actually
with my bomb ready to throw in the door should it open.
Yeah, Rio's gonna stand there ready to put Cloud of Daggers on it since the door is still standing.
Kleok's second turn, he does 10 magical damage to the door.
Okay. It finally, eventually, after your guys' endless barrage and long time of attacking it, finally goes down.
I'll stand by with a bow for whatever comes out.
Kleok, can you see anything?
You see some more of those creatures staring out at you. Would you like to re-roll initiative or stick with what we had?
What we have's fine.
Considering they're better than me at it, I want to reroll, but
Group decision, one way or the other.
I'm fine either way.
this is fine.
Kleok, are you going to say anything now that you see that?
I haven't. It hasn't actually been described. Well, do I just see these 16?
He said that you
Yep.
see a group of more of those creatures, the same ones you fought.
So I kick open the door. It's like, and I take a peek in. It's like, and pull out my sword. There's more of them.
26 Tinker check. 28 Lava Bomb check.
That's a good check.
Okay.
Rio's going to
17 damage for it landing inside the door.
Okay. How far back from the door did you have it drop?
Since I'm at the angle, it's probably going to land on this guy's square.
Okay.
Can
Roll
Rio
your damage.
cast
What
Cloud
was
of
it?
Daggers that she was preparing?
Roll what?
What's your damage? You said?
10, 7, 17 points of damage.
Okay.
So before
Alright.
before he broke down the door, Rio was preparing to cast Cloud of Daggers in the doorway, the square in front of Kleok.
Okay. So you're going to do it directly in front of Kleok?
In the 5-foot square. I mean, I guess I could put it in the one behind that. Which, does anyone care if I put it there or there?
Either's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in the doorway itself. Unless there's any reason that I shouldn't, so.
It's fine with me.
And I'll look, but it's concentration to maintain it. I think it's several minutes that it lasts.
Okay.
I'll give you the
Either
actual
one is
details in a sec.
Yeah, they take damage if they enter.
Yeah, they take damage on entering. Or
For
if
a
they're in
minute.
it.
Say
And if they pass
Cube.
through it.
it's a cube with 5 feet on each side, centered on a point I chose. So the point is that one.
Okay.
Creatures would take 64 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time, or on a turn, or starts its turn there.
You guys still hear the chanting further in.
We need to keep moving in. I think they're making more of these things.
Did the explosion do anything?
It did. Most of them look pretty beat up after that explosion.
But they didn't respond?
It's not been their turn yet.
Well, I can hold concentration for up to 1 minute, so.
So that was Yanovan. Baden.
I'll approach the door so I
Unless
can
Yanovan was
see.
doing anything else.
Hmm.
You're just chucking the grenade, right?
Yeah, that was my held action, waiting for the door to go down.
Okay. So you threw it as soon as the door was down.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I had all those numbers prepared.
So,
Baden?
I'll move
We'll
so I
just
can
go down
see
the list
further
of
in, and I'll
what
just
I
keep
want.
shooting.
Okay.
So 2 arrows. Since they look pretty rough, 2 different things. An 11 and natural 16.
Okay, your arrows hit 2 of the ones that Yonovan blasted and they fall over.
Okay.
Ooze into goose.
Then
And
yeah, that's
Aldera?
my turn.
is there a cloud of daggers in that space?
There is.
Yes, I should roll the damage for it. Unless
No
you would
one-
like to roll the damage.
No one's entered it yet.
Well, so if I remember right, last time we did it, either you rolled the damage or we rolled the damage once. I don't remember.
It's easier to roll at once.
I thought the
Normally-
damage changed per round.
Every round damage
Well, yes,
changes.
once per round. I
Okay,
just figured I'd roll it ahead of time to speed up things.
go for it.
When we were fighting these things, did they seem intelligent?
What do you call intelligent?
Okay. Even a rat is intelligent.
So
But
I'm
a
saying,
zombie is not.
What are you evaluating intelligent based on? Because technically zombies have an int score.
We're going to find out whether they want to eat this bird and see if they all die horribly.
I mean, they're more intelligent than some beasts, but less than some others.
Okay. Basic self-preservation would be, oh look, he died if I did this, so let's not do that. But, I mean, most monsters defy
Sure.
that rule anyway.
That is true.
If they have a choice.
Right. Where
Be
there's a will,
compelled to
there's a
attack.
way.
Or, I mean, they could stand there and get shot. That works too. We've already killed 2 of them from shooting.
And I think those will be fine as soon as they try and come through that door.
Aldera, what were you doing after Baden? There's a cloud of daggers blocking to be able to get into melee with them. But the door is open.
You're not pushing push to talk.
I can't really see where I'm at right now because of the
You are right
Twitch.
here.
Mine's extremely laggy.
Yep. You are right here. And
You're about 30 feet from the door in the cloud of daggers. An
Okay.
additional 5 to 20 feet inside. That if you could probably take an angle to see at least a few of them. Are
yeah,
more
you
of
can
those things.
you
we
can see a
just
couple
killed.
50 to 60 feet away from you. You can see 2 of them.
Okay, then I'm gonna move up so that I'm about
3.
30 feet in range of the closest one I can see. And I'm going to just do a ranged radiant sunbolt.
Okay.
11 for the first one.
11 does hit.
Okay. That would be an 8.
8 damage. Excellent.
And I'm just gonna do that 2 more times. I have 21 to hit
That hit.
with 5 damage, and then the last one is 15 to hit with 5 damage.
That was 3 total.
Mhm.
You took out 3. They all seem to be fairly weakened by the blast Yonovan let off.
Then I'm going to move back with any extra movement I have.
All right. And so that is Ultra. So next up is they're going to hack some.
How many con saves do I need to make?
I'll let you know in a moment.
Have we established that they have a ranged attack?
How many lightly obscured spells does it take to make heavily obscured?
Infinite. Because it doesn't allow you to stack like that. So a bunch of them belch and make it so everyone gets to join in the fun of taking con saves. And you can just do it on your turn. Basically, at the start of your turn, and that'll determine what happens. They're not going to approach the clouds of daggers because they're not total idiots.
I mean, okay.
They know.
Doesn't look like fun to them. They've seen a cloud of daggers before. How do they know what it is?
No, not that size. They're a little bit small for the ones they'd be used to seeing.
They're a little bit small for the ones they'd be used to seeing. Nice.
Cleoc. There's a cloud of daggers in front of you, and the creatures ran behind the wall, so you can't get a shot on them now. So you have a cloud of daggers blocking your path.
So it's my turn.
Yep.
Do I need to make a con save for starting inside this cloud?
Yep.
$11?
You pass.
Yay! I yell out that they have moved out of line of sight. Rio, would you drop the cloud of daggers? You can drop concentration at any point in time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I can drop concentration and it disappears.
Okay.
Since they've seemed to be intelligent enough to at least not run into their certain death, and we are now in a disadvantageous position, yes, I will drop.
All right. Assuming that I
Sorry,
can't
to
see
be more
any of
effective.
these shenanigans all the way back here from my vantage
Oh,
point.
those don't exist.
Those are elsewhere. They're reinforcements.
No, they just don't exist.
They don't exist. We know not
I'm
about
going to do it
the
dumb, but I'm going to
execution.
rush in. Yeah.
Cool. All
Hey,
you
I
see
got them
is
to
a
waste their
room,
turn if they don't
a
have
tunnel in the
ready
middle of the
action.
room, and you see those creatures that you see moved out of your way.
Okay. Does the circle also include this area that I'm standing in, or is it just outside? Am I still in the fog?
No, it's not inside.
Okay. I'm going to...
I just made one circle to make it easier. Technically, it's a whole bunch of circles kind of
I'm going to make 2 attacks, one unarmed, one with the sword. First attack misses with a 10, because with the unarmed attack, yay. I assume 10 misses.
Mm-hmm.
I assume 10 still misses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Did
to...
you just whiff every hit you could try to make, or did you actually hit with your sword?
No, I missed. I missed both of them.
Wow.
I rolled 3 on die and 2 on die. I'm going to move in just a little bit further. No, I'm not going to move in further, seeing that the position of my allies. I'm going to stand here. Bonus action. I forget what the actual proper name's called, but I am going to dodge, and because I threw an unarmed attack, my AC is now 19 instead of 17.
Okay.
It's dodge.
Rio.
Patient defense. That's the proper name. That's the proper
It
monk
is
name for
different
but
because
but it's
dodge
basic-
actually gives them disadvantage and takes your action, where patient defense doesn't take an action.
it takes
Yeah.
my bonus action
And a key
Correct.
point.
and a key point. Yes, but I threw 2 attacks, one which was unarmed, to give myself +2 AC, so it's 19, and I am dodging. And hopefully I don't get murdered now.
Well, it's not their turn. So you won't be yet, because Ryu's up, and then Group, and then Saradin.
Okay. You said it was a con save, right?
Yep.
10.
You are poisoned.
Yay. You want to paste the effects of that, or just let me know?
I'd already mentioned it, so I didn't know if you still needed it or not.
Sorry, I was off for a bit in the middle there.
You can take an action or a bonus action, but not both on your turn. Ends at this. You remain poisoned until
And
we
no
start
reaction.
the next turn.
Seemed like slow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So you-
Any
all
damage?
right.
He's happy and friendly.
Cleoc, is it safe in there?
No.
Okay.
Dang
Yes.
it.
Yes, come on right in.
But I assume that the circles are the poison, and that I have at least some chance of knowing where the edge is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave it and stand over here.
It's not heavily obscured, it's lightly obscured, so you can see through it some. It's just like looking through, foliage or fog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did I take any damage while I was not here?
No.
Negative.
Well, in that case, I'm angry at these guys. Can I take that move back and use my action to move and come in here?
I don't think you can move that far.
You can dash.
If I use my action as a move action, so I would use up my entire turn.
Oh,
moving.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or did I miscount by 1?
I'm sure you can move that far.
Yeah. So okay, now I'll end my turn.
You hear some at the top of the round, so just go ahead and go with what you want to, Group.
Okay.
Top of the round, or bottom of the round, technically, you'll hear some other guttural voice speaking with the chant. So there's
That's
another
not
entity
foreboding.
that you hear chanting.
3 entities now?
No. One you've heard chanting for a while, and you just heard another one. It was a shorter chant, but you heard it.
Okay. Yay.
Shoot the
Maybe.
chanters.
Maybe it's a chant like summon these tiny annoying things.
12 damage on this guy.
20 damage?
12.
20 to hit.
And if he's gone, then 10 on this guy.
Okay, those were the ones that took the
That's it.
explosive damage, so yeah, they're pretty easy to pop.
I got an 11 on my DC for the save, so that barely made
Okay.
it.
Yep.
That's it.
Saradin. And then we get back to Yonovan.
Okay, I got 18 on the save.
Good.
And I'm moving uphill out of here as well.
How much move you got? It's a good ways.
It is.
5, 6. I think that's about as far as I can go. Let me double check. Nope, I moved one too far, dang it.
Yep.
Not much else I can do from this far away.
Yeah, I can get just inside the door with both my characters. Because Jonathan can't run very far. And Kitty can.
Poor Jonathan.
25 range.
And Cleoc, that circle I just put on there is the one that you saw when you came in. And the others, as they come in, also see this tunnel kind of angled down through the floor.
Well, can you assume I can see through the door from this angle?
You can see to there. You might be able to see to there, but you can't see to
Okay.
here.
But if something, can I ready an action to shoot my
Yeah, if something
longbow,
comes here,
like,
yeah, you
instinctively?
can ready an action to shoot one of the enemies if they come within here. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll do that then. And that's it for me.
Okay. Yanovan? Con save for poison and...
12.
What do you want to do?
Barely get inside the door. Wonk. Kitty can get right there. And I can shoot that one.
Yep.
Yes. Boom, boom. That's 12 on the die, so it's a 20.
Nice.
Meh, damage. 8 magical piercing, 2 cold.
Okay.
I guess I'll attack again, since I can do that. Another 12 on the die. Boom, boom. 5. 6 magical piercing, 2 cold.
To the same...
Yeah, the same one. Just gonna...
There you go.
Cool.
He's down.
It's my turn.
All right. Braden, you're up.
Am I up?
Yes, you're...
Alright. Con save is a 10.
Fail.
Yay. Alright. I'm going to walk my 30 feet towards the door. And do I see any of them?
You move to the door?
Yeah, 30 feet closer.
Give me just a second.
That would put me right behind Yonovan.
No.
Thought you
You
were
can see him from
Yonovan. Man, you guys sound similar.
Wow.
They have a tonal difference.
very slight. But thanks. So I can't see anything?
Actually, this is 25.
Not from... Because they're hard behind the walls. I don't think your
No,
eyesight can wrap
I-
around solid objects.
All that to, if I see
Okay.
Is this
Alright.
weird, or am I hearing robots?
Yep.
Yeah,
I've got red too.
I'm not sure why everyone... Yeah, everyone's ping kind of went crazy. It's like the tabletop simulator server went a little bit wonky and did something. But we'll see, or it could be Discord, who knows. Let's see. Aldra, you are up. Yeah, I have the same connection, Yonovan.
I'm assuming
Oh, hey.
Ta-da!
Maybe
go.
this is better.
We'll see.
Can you hear me? Yay!
Did you change server
Okay.
locations or something?
Nope. I think it did it on its own.
Okay. Yeah, I
Because I
reconnected.
disconnected and reconnected.
Same. That did it for me though.
I heard some sporadic Smurfs in there.
So is it Aldra's turn?
Yes, it is Aldra's turn.
Okay.
Do I need to roll a Constitution save?
You do.
Uh-huh.
You could just die.
Okay. 9.
You can only take an action or a bonus action this turn, not both, and you cannot take reactions.
Okay. Is it possible for me to move inside, or is the doorway blocked?
It is, because you can move through ally square. You just can't end your turn in their square.
Okay, then I will move inside, just outside the poison ring.
There you go. And I'll get rid of the ring. It's just anyone who's outside the door will still roll.
You're inside, so you can you have line of sight to attack 7 baddies.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so do I only get one action, or can I also take my extra attack?
You get
Extra
one
attack
action.
is part of the action.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will do a ranged attack on the 2 closest to me, or the 1 closest to me.
Okay.
That's 11 to hit.
That hit.
Okay. They take 8 damage on the first attack,
Dies.
and then 16 to hit on the next one, and that
Okay.
is 4 damage.
Do you want to hit the one that was wounded or the one that wasn't wounded?
I'll just hit the same one twice, if it's...
The one you hit died. So I mean, you can
okay.
hit his corpse if you want, or you can hit another one. I'll let you pick.
I guess I'll hit another one.
Alright.
No use feeding a dead horse.
Or a dead demon.
Same difference.
Yeah, demon's not really dead, though. They come back later. That's the only difference.
And that'll
Okay.
be my turn.
How much damage you do on the second hit?
4.
Are they leaving corpses?
No.
Okay.
As with the dog, similarly, they dissolve. Alright, so that was Indra. So Nursel's up. Let's see if he passes con. Ooh, let me see. Oh, he failed con. Yay! So Nursel just goes running past. He's like, and Ryu, you're in melee. They're gonna nip at you.
It's gonna nip at Ryu.
Sure.
That's funny. Well, it has 2 melee fighters next to it. It goes for the weak.
Yeah.
Also, I can't take a reaction.
That, that's right. You are looking a little lethargic.
And 3 of them were able to get into Aldra. And so 3 of them are going to attempt to bite her. What is your AC?
16.
Good.
Luckily they have a really high to hit. So they only need to roll a 14.
Hey, Yanovan,
And
Yep.
what's your
that's
AC?
10 damage.
16.
Okay.
10 damage to me.
Yep.
Oof.
What's 15 for the
And
longest?
that's it for them. So, Cleoc. You're no longer poisoned. What do you want to do? Or, no, I think you actually made the save that time. Cleoc.
Is your mic working? Oh.
Oh, Cleoc
Cleoc?
said he was going to step away for a moment. He's going to attack the closest one.
Oh.
12 to hit the first time, 16 to hit the second time, and 18 to hit with his bonus action.
I think they'll all hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
So first
5
one, 5 damage, second,
Yes.
9, and 7.
Ta-da.
Okay.
Rio.
I just rolled 2 attacks. I'm pretty sure a 9 misses, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 22 hits. I'm going to. So that was my Eldritch Blast. The second hit did 4 damage. Well, the hit did 4 damage. I'm going to walk over here and take a look down the tunnel, see what I can see.
You see it slopes down a ways, and then seems to bend. It's a smooth tunnel. And you do
Okay.
see some light of some sort bouncing off the wall where it bends.
So I can see down to the bend. There's nothing else but the bend. Okay.
Yep.
Is the bend like a long ways, or is it like here?
It's a good 100, 120 feet in there.
Okay. Oh, so it's a long ways down. All right. I'm going to
Yeah.
stay here then, and that'll end my turn.
Like, you mainly see the light because it's different from the dark, and you have devil sight, so, that's why you
Yeah.
see.
All right.
Okay. So that would be you're done. So group is up, and then Saradin. Sorry if you're going for those dice. I was trying to move them back into the play area more.
All right. Hit, crit. So it's gonna be 10 damage, 12 damage, and 5. Wow. That's really funny.
You took 2 out. There's 2 remaining.
So you guys heard me. 10 damage, 12 damage, and the crit did 5.
Yeah.
Saradin. Con save.
I failed it.
Yay, you're poisoned again.
Oh, what? Am I gonna be able to squeeze by you guys?
Yeah. You're not large.
I'm sorry, did I have to speak over you?
No, I was just saying yes, you can fit through. You're not large.
Okay.
You can get right in and be able to start slapping the other.
Didn't mean to grab you, Elder, sorry. Okay,
There you go.
I'm gonna attack this one here. 18 to hit for 23 damage.
No.
And I'll attack the one next to it. 27 to hit for 12 damage.
Couldn't you have done a little more? Ha ha ha. Yanovan, you're up. There is 1 remaining next to Ultra. He was one of the ones that bit a little piece out of her.
Let's see here.
Sorry about that.
Are you okay? You're moving Kitty.
Kitty will go wiggle through the allies and come
Yep.
around behind and take a bite. And if it's still up, then I'll waste it around.
Okay.
That was a terrible roll. 10 to hit.
10
Did he have the
doesn't-
flanking bonus?
He does have flanking, so yes, that hits. That's +2.
It's true. I did not add that +2.
Because we do have the optional rule in play for flanking. What'd you
A
get?
1 on the die, so that's a 3 damage.
Hey, he's still up.
Now I get to shoot him with Yana.
Yep.
Duck, Aldred. Wow, that was a...
Baden, on your turn, I take it you plan on stepping out of the cloud into the room.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 19 for the con save if I get to save again.
You would.
Now, I don't get that +2 because I'm not the one flanking, or
Correct.
not a melee. Alright, so the first one misses with a 2 on the die. Next one's a 7 on the die, and that hits with the +8 mod.
Nice.
So,
You should be able to take him out. But let's see.
yeah. 4 points of piercing and 6 points of cold.
Just enough to take him out. Like, your half cold damage was just enough to help take him out.
Well, it was a 1 and a 2 on the damage rolls for piercing, and
Mhm.
a 6 for whatever.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. But hey, it's done.
Yay.
And with the time, we'll pick up there next week as you guys press on to investigate the chanting you heard further down the tunnel. Any
Just seal off the tunnel with a
thoughts?
couple bombs.
Charge!
Well, they made the tunnel in. They could probably make it out. It's very
It's fair.
shaped. So, any thoughts or questions before we wrap it?
Sorry for stepping away. Did I miss anything important?
Yes,
Nope.
you missed that. We'll pick up the rest of the fight next week.
There's apparently a factory of these things that must be shut down.
Well, you'll find out what it is next week.
Well, this thing is an abandoned foundry hill, huh?
Mhm.
Wonder if there's a foundry here.
Also hasn't come up yet because I want to wait until we get to an actual role-playing point, ideally back on the ship. But Kleok wants to have a word with the senior officers in Picard's ready room. I mean,
We have one of those. We have a war room. You can call it that.
Well, it was fun to have you all here, and look forward to next week when hopefully you can resolve this situation, as you have a little bit of entertainment coming up. We'll see you guys then.
All right.
Alright.
See you next week.
See ya. I need more gourds.
You need more what?
Coconuts. Gourds. Whatever.